Hey, what's going on? We made it to episode 4. So we're on to the last of the Vegas trip. We're kicking off. It's technically Sunday morning. I know it's not right now, but in the video it is. Sunday was the busiest day on our schedule. We had day 3, which was the final day of EDC at the Motor Speedway, and then we had WWE's Money in the Bank at the brand new T-Mobile Arena. We had so much to do in such a short little time. The pay-per-view didn't start till 5 p.m. Gates opened for EDC at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so what we decided to do was we were gonna just spend the day eating, relaxing, hanging out, doing everything we needed to do because we were worn down, man. I had to get some yoga in. There was no way I would have been able to make it through that entire trip if it wasn't for DDP yoga. It was supposed to be a relaxing day for the most part, but Sunday ended up being one of the most busiest days we ended up having. We got the least amount of video footage throughout the entire course of the day than we had all trip.
We're here. We're here. Oh, they want to charge us $10 to get into the
$10 plus taxes.
to get into the pool, and then they're like, you can go to the beach pool. So we walked over there. There's kids everywhere. There's no hot tubs. There's no place to sit. So it's just today that we don't get to use the fucking pool. There's water slides. Yay! Or would you guys like to go to In-N-Out?
We chose to eat at In-N-Out because we had spent like months preparing for EDC. We wanted to be our best mentally, physically, in every way possible. Man, we were eating clean. We were eating great. We were working out, hitting it. We were freaking pumped, man. The girls were smoking. Dudes were fucking jacked. We decided to go throw it all away on some greasy ass burgers.
Now I was born a rambling man, and I was born a gambling man.
Now, I'd be lying to you if I told you it any other way. I love professional wrestling. As a kid, it was something I fell in love with. As a teenager, going into a young adult, it was something that kind of became an obsession of mine. But don't worry, we got plenty of time to cover that. It was so cool to be able to go back to a WWE event. There's absolutely nothing like it. I love wrestling of all kinds from all over the world, and I would love to be able to travel and see more live wrestling. But until that happens, going to a WWE event is still one of my favorite things in the world to do. And I was happy to bring some first-timers along with me. We made the decision to walk to the arena from our hotel at the Flamingo, which is only a 1.3 mile walk. But when we ended up having the 30-minute walk plus Las Vegas sidewalk traffic, it is just the worst, most miserable experience you have to go through. Trying to dodge through all these people, trying to get to the other side of town and across the street, just trying to get across the street using a bridge or an escalator or anything is just the biggest pain in Las Vegas. Don't ever have to go anywhere that like you got a time limit for in Las Vegas without leaving like 2 hours early. It's almost like an airport. We were running a tad bit late. We ended up getting to the arena just post pre-show. By the time we were able to get all the way up to the freaking nosebleeds and run halfway around the arena, because you know we didn't walk in through the right entrance. As we were sitting there holding our tickets out for the lady going, hey, here's our tickets, where's our seats? The pyro like starts going off and everything, and it was just awesome. Natalya and Becky Lynch teamed up to face Charlotte and Dana Brooke. I think Natalya's gorgeous. Hi, Becky. Being in the crowd for the AJ Styles versus John Cena match was absolutely awesome. The Money in the Bank match was really, really solid. They did everything you could ask for. Now, it wasn't as extreme and over the top as it has been in previous years, but also in previous years, that's how they started the event and really used that match back in the day to kick off the flow of the show. But now having the Money in the Bank match so late into the card, it really changed the entire dynamic, so close to knowing that it was the main event and possibly somebody was gonna cash it in that night. Ambrose winning Money in the Bank was just unbelievable. The crowd erupted. It was what everybody wanted, and exactly what we got. And then the main event comes. It was Rollins and Reigns, and everybody in the arena wanted Seth Rollins to come back and become our WWE Heavyweight Champion again. The match was just a brutal beatdown. They were all over the place. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns just have so much power. They're incredible. I know everybody's not a fan of Reigns or whatever, but he was really awesome to watch in the ring. Seth Rollins was so impressive that it was just blowing my mind. He looked so smooth and everything. And then as it was starting to kind of come down to a boil, and when Seth Rollins was able to pick up the victory and became our heavyweight champion, everybody, I know I could have just gone home right there happy. It's back onto the Rollins train, bringing the authority. Speaking of which, I wanted to be a Firefly really bad, and I love Orton's music, and those were two returns I was hoping for at Money in the Bank that I never got. I was a day late on that Firefly thing. And then as Rollins is celebrating his victory and becoming a new heavyweight champion, our dreams came true. After Money in the Bank was over, we were buzzing off of the adrenaline from the show, and we zipped straight from the T-Mobile Arena to the Las Vegas Speedway for the final night of EDC. We found ourselves seated in our home that we made, which was directly up from the start-finish line, row 17, seat 17, which is where we had the most amazing view of the fireworks. EDC 2016 was amazing, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. This time probably a little bit bigger and crazier and probably get in a lot more trouble. Up my trip from Las Vegas and EDC. I really wish I was able to have had my camera with me more and was able to get more footage of things that we did throughout the day and places we went to and stuff we saw and the food that we ate. But because of the temperature and scheduling, and really it was my first trip with the camera, I'm still trying to get used to this all. Thank you for checking out episode 4. Make sure to click subscribe, because once I get this stuff all figured out and everything, we'll go ahead and have a good time. Because as I get this stuff figured out and everything, it may progress and get a little bit better.